Okay, we're here with David Haivri. You want to tell us where we are right now?
We are in Kfar Tapuach. Kfar Tapuach is in the center of the Shomron. We're right in the middle between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea. We're 600 meters above sea level, and today we're planting a new vineyard. This initiative, we're planting trees or grapevines in memory of the 3 boys who were abducted and murdered 2 months ago.
What's the reason you're planting a vineyard and not, say, for instance, a park?
Well, any type of memorial is a great thing, but this is a living memorial. These are boys who were sacrificed on the Yeshuva Aretz. They loved the land of Israel, and it was important for them to build the land of Israel. And here we are fulfilling the words of the prophet. Again, you will plant vineyards in the mountains of the Shomron. The Samaria, the Shomron, once was very rich in vineyards. And as you can see, the terrain is very dry around us now, and we are beautifying the land of Israel, making it green again. And we feel that that's a living memorial for these holy boys.
Is there anything significant about planting a vineyard right now in this time of year?
We are just after Tisha B'Av. We're just before Tu B'Av. Tu B'Av, the 15th day of the month of Av, is a cornerstone date. If you plant trees in Israel, we have the Orla. We have the first 3 years that fruits are not to be used or eaten from trees that grow in Eretz Israel. So if we plant the trees before Tu B'Av, we gain 1 year in the 3-year count. The period of time from now to Rosh Hashanah is considered the first year. And in our case, the coming year is the Shemitah, is the year that the land rests. So we have 2 advantages of planting now. We're planting before the Shemitah, and we're also gaining a year by planting before Tu B'Av, which comes out next week. Today we're planting 500, and that's the first time we'll be planting grapevines on this hill here in Kfar Tapuach. And that will be a beginning of a project like we see now.
What are you planning on actually doing with the grapes?
Looking ahead, we plan on setting up a small winery here, and as part of a visitor's experience where people can come and take part in the agriculture, take part in cultivating the land and the grapes, and also enjoy the fruits of the land.
And how do we reach you as far as getting to become part of this?
You could contact me directly. If you follow me on Twitter, my username is Haivri. That's my name, Haivri, and you could contact me through my website, www.haivri.com, haivri.com, and feel free to contact and come and be part of this.
Can you just tell? I'm gonna pan out a little bit, but can you tell me what exactly we're seeing around us?
You're turning towards the north, and now you're seeing Har Grizim, Mount Blessing, to the north of us, which is just above the city of Shechem, and that location is very significant to the Jewish people. We have many important biblical events that occurred on Mount Grizim and on Mount Eyal behind that, in the city of Shechem below us. And now as you go a little bit to the west, you're seeing the Yitzhar, which is another Jewish community. On Mount Grizim there's the community of Har Bacha, and to the south of Mount Grizim, between Kfar Tapuach and Har Bacha, is Yitzhar. So you're seeing Yitzhar. If you keep going to the west, you'll see the Mediterranean Sea, although we can't see that right now because of the mist. But you're welcome to come back later and see the Mediterranean from here, or turn to the east and see the mountains of Jordan.
Your name is Eden?
Yeah, Eden.
And where are you from?
Johannesburg, South Africa.
Johannesburg, South Africa. And so we're not in Johannesburg, South Africa right now.
No.
There must have been a way that you got there to here.
Yeah.
So you have 5 seconds. How did it happen?
I got on a plane, and then I came to Israel. And
you're living in Jerusalem now?
Yeah, Old City. I'm studying at Aish Torah.
Studying at Aish, very nice. And how did you end up in this space right here with a I don't know, what do you call this? Some sort of shovel.
So the director at Jerusalem Heritage House, where I stay, he got in touch with David, and David asked us to come out here and help him out and build up his vineyard. So we accepted and came out here to do a mitzvah.
So is it just about planting? So you're on call for anybody who wants to plant? You could just call you up?
Yeah, definitely.
And you'll come out?
Definitely.
Is there anything significant? How old are you?
18.
You're 18. Is there anything significant about the reason why everybody's out here planting this vineyard in memory of the three boys?
Yeah, it's in memory of the three boys, and it's a great mitzvah to do for yourself. And I think everyone should just come out and try to do a little bit, as much as they can.
What are you gonna do for the rest of your life?
I'm
just kidding. It's a joke.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Go for the army next year.
Yeah, you're gonna join the army next year.
Yeah.
Have you made Aliyah?
No, not yet.
So you're gonna go into the army as a volunteer.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So you're a big Zionist.
Definitely, huge Zionist.
Very good. Kol hakavod.
Thanks.
All right, get back to work.
Bring the pickaxe for this.
What's your name?
Aaron.
Alan and Aaron. And
I'm here for Sameach.
you're here for Sameach.
Shiva, yeah. No.
And you too?
Well, I'm only here because I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of it, man.
What do you want to be a part of?
You know, helping the people who live here plant some grapevines. I want to be a part of helping restore this land back to what it used to be. I mean, I came on Birthright originally, and then I did this other program through Onward Israel, and I don't think that if I didn't, come to the Heritage House for a week and I didn't meet, Ben Packer, then I wouldn't have been doing something like this. This isn't something that you normally do on like a organized trip to Israel, so I think it's cool to actually get a more authentic Israel experience.
How long were you in Israel for already?
It's like about 2.5 months.
Okay, so you were here when the boys were kidnapped.
Yeah.
So did you think that 5 weeks later you would be planting a vineyard in their memory? I
don't know. I don't think I did. I didn't really envision that. But I'm glad that I'm doing it. It's awful what happened. And I'm glad to be a part of it and to,
There's some people who think that we should just seek revenge and we should do whatever it takes to make the Arabs fear for us, and our response should be maybe violent or whatever it is. But your response to these murders are what?
I think we need to not seek revenge, but we need to come together as Jews, and we need to be productive and create and restore this land. I don't know, and just bring people together, because one of the most important things we could do is just bring the Jewish people together and have unity. And it's not about having unity so we can seek revenge. It's not about unity to conquer and take over. It's about unity to make this place a better place to live for everyone, and especially the Jewish people who don't have anywhere else to go and who came here because, like in France, you see that there's a lot of people making Aliyah because I talked to some guy yesterday who's in France right now, and he was put on a Facebook list as a Jew to get beaten up. They put his name, his address, and his phone number, all the information you need to find him. And luckily he's all right, but another guy wasn't as lucky, and he got beaten to a pulp. It's just crazy what's happening in some places in Europe right now with anti-Semitism, and Israel is the only Jewish state in the world, so I think it's important to make it a good place, a better place. All
right, we're here with Yara, Netzach, and Hadass. And Yara seems to be putting water in a hole. Yara, what are you doing?
Planting trees.
You're planting trees? Where are you planting trees? Why are you planting trees? To make Eretz Yisrael beautiful. What a good answer. Okay, we're here with Rabbi Ben Packer, and you're the director of the Heritage House. Is that
Director
correct?
of the Jerusalem Heritage House, the old city of Jerusalem.
That's a very famous spot.
Baruch Hashem.
Everybody knows about it.
Most people do.
You have an open door policy?
Open door policy. We don't take everybody, but take a lot of people. Mostly all lone soldiers these days. A lot of lone soldiers, travelers, students, young Jewish people.
Looking for a place to crash?
Looking for a place to crash. Looking for inspiration.
Connect with some people, meet some friends.
Connect to the people. Connect to the land.
You like build families there, huh?
Yeah.
Long-lasting friendships.
Long-lasting friendships. Long-lasting relationships. People get married. We go to their weddings. Go to their brisses. Go to the bar mitzvahs.
Amazing.
No bar mitzvahs.
Not yet. Not yet. What are you doing here?
We're out here building the land. We want to connect the people who stay in the house to the land. What better way than to plant a vineyard? What better way to learn about Shemitah than by planting a vineyard right before Shemitah? To learn the laws and why it's necessary. And then also hard work is always good for the soul.
Yeah, but how did you actually end up being in this spot in particular?
I'm good friends with David Haivri, and he asked for help, and we always try to help people out.
What, so you just have a crew of people? Someone calls you and you just show up?
We generally have a crew of people. Yeah, whoever's staying in the house, friends, people who've stayed in the house before, people in yeshivas. People here from all different phases of life right now, but most of them started in the Heritage House.
David called you. He said, listen, we're doing this project in memory of the 3 boys who were kidnapped. And we want to build a vineyard here. Is this something, you answered the call, you came here with about a half dozen guys, probably more people coming. Is this the first project that you've done out?
No, we've planted vineyards in Eish Kodesh, in Itamar. We've worked on olive groves in Pnei Kedem, also in Itamar. We've built houses in Givat Asaf. Whatever is needed.
Is this part of the program for the Heritage House?
It's part. Yeah, it is part. We're building the land of Israel is part of the program. They have it.
All right, now we're here with Netzach. Netzach's watering the holes, getting ready for planting, and he's doing very, very well. Look, he's getting the spot right there, and now he has to move over.
If we had done the meter, then it might have been enough space. It's better to give them more air, more room, more sunlight.
So you raise money throughout the world for this vineyard, yeah?
Yes.
So once a vineyard is planted, you're not touching it for the whole year? Is that the deal? For the whole year of Shemitah?
The whole year of Shemitah, we're not doing anything at all besides irrigation.
Which, so how do you ensure that it's actually going to survive through the year?
Well, the first year, the main thing it needs is just to keep the predators away, to keep away wild animals, the wild boar, and the wild deer, to keep them from eating away at the bark, and to give it a good irrigation, and it should be all right till the year after that.
So if people ended up contributing to this vineyard, there's obviously the cost of planting it, but certainly there's a cost of maintaining it. How are you planning on continuing making sure that people's initial investment is actually taken care of throughout the years?
You're 100% correct. The investment of maintaining the vineyard is not just the price of buying the plants and bringing the bulldozer to clear the land and putting down the irrigation, which is the first investment, but over the years there's a lot of maintenance and upkeep that needs to be put into the land, and I'm taking that on as my own responsibility to make sure that this works, and with the help of good people like Rabbi Ben Packer and his volunteers and other volunteers who come and assist us, we're going to maintain the vineyard and make sure that it survives.
But certainly there's a cost as far as water is concerned. I mean, you look around these areas, there have been vineyards planted, and you see that they're kind of been, the water's been shut off. Because eventually it does become a burden.
Water is definitely a burden. Surely here in Israel, water is not inexpensive. It's difficult to come by, and here in the Shomron to get special water permits for agriculture is difficult to come by. So it's definitely an investment, and it's an investment in reviving the land of Israel, of making this land green again, to make it prosperous again. And I think that it's a good investment. I think it's worth the physical effort that we're putting in, and I think it's worth the financial effort that people are putting in. Those are contributing from around the world, and the people who are coming to assist. And I think it's a good cause. I appreciate every individual who has assisted us making this happen.
It'll be an interesting idea. I don't know if you've thought about this before, but you are planting a vineyard. And most people, they love wine. So with the cost of water and whatever else that it maintains, you know, what an opportunity, at least, you know, I haven't said this to you before, but what an opportunity if somebody even gave $5 a month for the next couple of years, and then in return they get a case of wine.
I think that would be a wise investment. The wines coming out of the mountains of Shomron are the best wines in the world, and people who would like to be partners in supporting this project and in return receive a yearly package of wine, I think that would be a fair trade, even a good trade. So I'm saying this. You didn't ask me to solicit for you because you're a very modest guy, and for me, I'm a business guy, and I understand that people, when they give something, they want something in return, whether it's a video to get the appreciation, to say, look, you know, this is what I was part of, but there's nothing replaces an actual physical return, a gift for somebody who donates as part of something. They actually also get to benefit from the fruits of the labor, literally, through wine. I think that's a great idea. I think it would be fantastic if people would like to contribute to this project, to the actual planting and to the upkeep and maintenance of this vineyard. And later on we will establish a winery, a small winery that will service the grapes that are grown here and turn them into wines. And people who would like to be part of that and in return receive wines that come out of this winery, I'm all for that, and I welcome you to be part of that. And I thank you, Gedalia, for bringing up the idea.
You have to have a disclaimer, though, of course, that there's no guarantees in any wine, especially boutique wineries. You could open up the batch and it could be all vinegar. The best winemakers will tell you the same thing.
I can promise you this, that we will do the best we can to make this the most success, and anyone who invests in this will be partners with us. If it works, they will enjoy the benefits.